Chan, and we are about to move over to the men's category of Asia Pacific Championship 2017. It's going to be Hong Kong versus Australia, as well as Malaysia versus Team Japan.
Yeah, no, we've just had some great mixed semi-finals, as we're seeing up on the screen. We had a strong result from Malaysia getting through to the final of the mixed category, beating Hong Kong 9-5. And in the other semi-final of mixed, Australia have beaten Singapore convincingly 10-1. So both guaranteeing places in the World Cup in Madison Square Gardens by qualifying for the final. The third, fourth then will take place between Hong Kong and Singapore going forward. I'm sure they'll move on to the graphic for the women's category, where we've had Malaysia successfully beating Singapore, to qualify for the finals.
Pretty dominant display coming in from the ladies of Malaysia. And speaking of the Malaysian ladies, alongside us here, we have the captain of Team Malaysia from the women's category, Roslyn. Welcome on stage.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So how do you feel the game against Singapore played out?
I think we were cool at the starting, but we came back and we did what we're supposed to do. Yeah, that's it.
So was there at one point Singapore fought back to get to 2 games each, I believe. Was there any kind of tactical change you made to make sure you won the next several games?
Oh yeah, our strategy is to whack all the way, power all the way. Yeah, power all the way.
Yeah, I think it really showed that you have strong throws and you stuck to the attacking throws that you started with and just continued with that strategy, and it paid off in the end.
Yes.
What do you think about the Singapore opponents you were playing against?
Singapore, I think because we fought with them yesterday, so they quite prepared for us. I think they improved individually, but yeah, it's a big applause to them. It's really a good game against them.
Yeah, certainly it's great that you both the two nations play against each other quite often. Do you often travel down to Singapore to play against them? Have you done that in the past?
Yeah, we did attend the recent championship, APCKL. Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic, and I'm sure it's helping both teams progress. And all the best for the final going forward. How do you feel about facing Australia in the women's final later?
Australia, it's a good opponent, but for me, I think we have to mark. This is our house, so we have to make a statement. So I think we will definitely with power, definitely.
Fantastic, strong words going from the Malaysian women's captain, Lin. So congratulations on making the final,
so
and hope to catch up with you later on.
Thank you so much.
And we're moving here back into the game here as they go for the opening rush, as Mark Ronaldo secures the first ball for Team Singapore. And of course, game 1 starts off pretty explosive. Right now, one player being sent off there from Team Singapore. Discussing on the attack there, Fosrick goes in with a little bit of pressure from the left wing. One ball released there by Mark Ronaldo on the right. Right now, Singapore still finding their way through the Australian defense. Oh, nice jump there coming in from number 9 of Team Australia.
Yeah, I think a bit of a cagey start. Some big throws coming down. One out already from Singapore. Australia managed to keep everyone in so far. But number 29 has been eliminated. So it's 5 players each.
Alwyn running forward just to stop the ball from the feet. Oh, high flying action there coming in from number 9. And that will be Desmond there in the middle. Oh, beautiful shot coming in all the way from Watson.
Well, I think certainly in the men's division, you've got a lot of very strong throws, and teams are willing to use that single ball attack just to get rid of the third ball. There a successful hit from McGilvray on number 9, Mark Ronaldez.
He knows that Mark always goes in for a dive all the way in the front, so giving it all the way onto the attacking line there.
So play ball has been called this time, so 2 balls must be released.
Oh! Beautiful reaction there coming from Dasman.
So his catches like that really make the difference. It's now 6-2 in terms of players to Australia. A clever standing counter there from Edmund Taylor to get 1 player back. And he's looking for the catch. So just, from number 16 there, Ryan Watson just burning the 4th ball, which is never necessarily a sensible use. I'd prefer to see Australia regroup with a 4-ball attack. Feels like that would give you a better chance of a successful throw.
Good tanking there by Fazric, throwing on the ball, and right now the counter attack goes right in, almost catches him off, and
yeah, Patrick McGuinness just playing it safe with that counter, keeping it nice and low.
oh,
And a great exchange there by Ryan Watson on Edmund.
now only Fazric there left on the court, and there's a lot of support coming in from the Singaporean fans.
And the 3 minutes are up, and the first game goes to Australia. And I think that's a very mature performance from the Australian team, not letting the moment get too much for them. They're making the right decisions, so things like that 1-for-1 exchange from Ryan Watson, getting yes, Australia go from 5 players to 4, but Singapore go down from 2 to 1. So it's actually a tactically sound idea to go 1-for-1 when you're up in terms of players.
Going for the rush again. Singapore with better bursts of speed.
Yeah, so Singapore just using 2 of the 3 balls they've got, so Australia can launch a 4-ball attack if they should choose to, or even a 2-ball attack nice and quickly. Andrew Thomason there just releasing, hitting Edmund Teo with a single ball.
Right onto the foot.
Some great throwing there from Singapore with 2 eliminations. Number 29, Sean Henrik getting caught out. 22, McGilvray.
Pretty sure that Team Singapore now knows how to read the game a little bit better, where you see Dasman always jumps right up in the air, so having a high shot over to him was a wise choice.
Yeah, definitely. They're showing their experience here. A ball just entering court. They're being careful just to remove it. Mark Ronaldez doing the honours. Now a 3-ball attack from Singapore.
That's going to be 1 game going over to Team Singapore, and now it's leveled up to 1-all.
Yeah, just to remind you guys, the other semi-final in the men's division is taking place on Court C between Japan and Malaysia.
Right now, Malaysia is leading with 1 point.
Yeah, it looks like a strong start from the hosts. If you do really want to catch that footage, I believe the Australian Facebook page is looking to stream both courts today. There won't be any commentary, unfortunately, but there will be the images if you can try and hunt them down in the depths of the internet.
Ball going over to Rahman on the right wing. Still playing on to breaking the defense of Team Australia. Well, of course, no easy task to take off the Dodgeroos as I speak. Beautiful catch coming in from Hartron.
Yeah, he's been catching like that all tournament. You just can't afford to throw a single ball at him. And a double hit.
Ball up in the air.
Up high. Yeah, Hartron just hit out there. He's probably going to be have a few words to say to Mark Romig. Maybe if he could just have a slightly less angular frame, the ball might not ricochet into his teammates.
All the way up front, getting caught up there. The Singaporean side looking for a retreat from the counter attack.
Yeah, so, it's an interesting position here. Four balls. Singapore will probably be looking to use them all, and they do use the
Oh.
ball. And another ball, getting 2 hits from that attack.
Wonderful, wonderful synchronized attack coming in from the side of Singapore. Alwyn is being removed.
Yeah, strong coordinated throws from Australia there. A good defence from Desmond, just protecting his teammate. 2 plays 2. Strong block from Edmonds. Just both teams willing just to let the game take a bit of a breather. And it's often at this early stage in the game, there's more teams have more to lose than they have to gain.
Desmond's been taking it
off
off at all.
Hits, and Desmond committing to the save, but unfortunately it just clipped his hand before going dead onto the floor. And that's a double elimination, and Edmund Teo has won. That's that 3rd game for Singapore.
What a phenomenal 3rd game. That could have been a catch, and that will definitely go over to Team Australia. But of course, Desmond there taking the riskiest of moves, going for the catch. He could have actually waited and tried to kill him off later on, but of course, he has a little bit of confidence in him.
Yeah, he's definitely made the bold strategic move to go for the catch there. A great cross-court shot from Romig against Mark Menaldez. And a strong catch from number 11, Mallory, to bring Mark straight back into court and give Singapore the 1-player advantage.
Right now, going on for another attack there. Only 1 ball release. Mark being caught on the foot. Alwyn tries to reach out to save.
Yeah, I think
the number 9.
A bit of frustration there. Mark thought that the ball might have bounced up nicely for the catch from the captain, number 10, Alwyn. But as it is, the scores are, in terms of players, they're 5 players each. And another catch from Sean. I mean, tactically, that's a big mistake. It's so
beautiful deflection, and the catch coming in from Desmond as well.
So Hartshorn was hit out, unsuccessfully catching against Teo, but the catch was then made immediately afterwards, so he should return to court. I don't know why he's not. Unless there was a player that was originally out, and Australia were already down to 5 players.
Well, there's a lot of action and commotion coming in for that past 5 seconds.
Yeah, and Australia come out on top, and I'm sure they'll be looking to capitalise on this opportunity as they are down in the game, 2 points to 1. Oh, and a great catch from Desmond, making up for that earlier fumble. I'm sure he'll be glad to get one under his belt.
Mike Gilbert with the absolutely rocket shot onto the shoulder of Team Singapore. Close combat, and there you have it, 1 to the head, 1 point over to Team Australia. That's going to be 2-all.
Yeah, a bold play by Fazric there. There's not really a lot of options when you're down to 1 player against 6 lined up against you. You kind of have to up the ante if you're going to have any chance of coming back into the game. He chose to do that, chose to release his single ball as he was backtracking. But Australia, very mature play, capitalised on that, hitting him out in quite an aggressive manner. And we see Andrew Thomason return to court. I think they're looking to really try and take the lead and press on to get up in this game, Australia.
Definitely they have to press on as Team Singapore have buckled up from the group stages there where they look a little bit shaky from the start. But, of course, they made it all the way through the semifinals here, and they will fight on stronger than ever to secure their spot into the finals. And the final spot will definitely secure their tickets over to Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, well, Singapore coming through as a 2nd seed in Group A. So there's some fantastic plays taking place on the other court. Do try and check out the Australian Facebook page if you want to see the action between Japan and Malaysia. And of course, Australia qualified as first place team in Group B. So you've got to say that Australia probably feel like they're favourites. Australia came through their quarter-final route against Hong Kong, beating them 8-4. And Singapore had the best over Brunei, beating them 9-4. But as the top seed, you've got to think that Australia, probably consider them favourites in this game. So probably they'd like to improve the situation they find themselves in. Dead level in 2 games each, and 3 players each on court.
This could still be anyone's game, but of course Australia is looking to take out Mallory there. All the balls being shot at him.
Fantastic coordinated throwing there. Really pays off the training that Australian team do together. And fantastic athleticism shown by the throwers, especially Mark Romig there. Fantastic arm on him. And just being told to roll the ball back. Solid block from Edmund. I think Edmund's been one of Singapore's top players in this final so far. Always seems to be left in. Very sound tactically, and of course winning that 2-on-1 situation.
That deflection gave room for the side of Team Aussie to get a catch in. Definitely, since there isn't any kill coming in.
Yeah,
Speaking of the kill, coming all the way from downtown, number 31 takes him off. And yes, Adnan has been one of the...
catch from Hartshorn to win the game. Yeah, I think Edmund's, he's been sort of a glue in the middle of this Singapore team. He does, of course, have a lot of experience of playing with cloth balls in the past.
Definitely one of the key players for Team Singapore.
Yeah, learned his trade at Imperial Uni in London, and then returned to Singapore after graduating to compete for his nation here in the Asia Pacific Championships 2017.
And on the other side of the court there, Japan manages to secure 1 point for themselves. Then that will mean Malaysia versus Japan, 3-1.
So it's looking like we potentially could line up with three finals, all Malaysia, Australia. How likely do you think that is, Aaron?
Well, I think they're faring really well so far, and Team Malaysia is looking really strong, and of course the dark horse is Japan. They've definitely caused a lot of upset in the group stages as well as the fight versus Iran was just absolutely nail-biting. And right now back into the game here.
Yeah,
Another player being removed.
I think as potentially a neutral party, I'd almost rather see a different country get involved, and whether that's Singapore or Japan that are successful in their respective semi-finals. It would be interesting to have a different matchup in the final. But at the same time, you can tell the hard work and dedication of the Malaysian squad and the Australian squad is really paying off. Their team setups and their strong squads are really showing like the strength going into these knockout stages.
Definitely, and right now, beautiful shot onto Captain Thomason, sending him out. Beautiful one there from Fazric.
Yeah, and that's some of the decision making that Australia have to do now that there are a few players down in this game. You have to go for those catches. Thomason backing himself to make it. Unfortunately, it was just a little bit too quick to him.
Oh, nice tanking there. Trying to remove air shot all the way from the left wing.
So the referee calling the player Henrik out. And it's 5 versus 1 with Hartshorn left in. I'm sure we'll be hoping to make a catch to get back up in this game.
Steady and composed. He's got 3 balls. He needs to make a throw.
Yeah, that was good composure from number 6, Ursiad. Just waiting to get possession of 3 balls before releasing at Hartshorn. And they've thrown quick enough that they only have to release the 1 ball. And time elapses, and Singapore take that game, 5 players to 1. Tying the game up again at 3 points each.
Mitch Hartshorn there on number 14. He's been playing really well so far, and he's one of the players that always survives really long onto the Australian squad. So yeah, maybe the beard really helped him out.
Yeah, I think so. Certainly his lucky charm in terms of catching. I'm a little bit surprised that Singapore are choosing to throw the odd single ball at Mitch Hartshorn. If you don't feed him, he can't catch. But they are releasing often with the 3-ball attack. They release 1 ball and then opt to throw it at Mitch Hartshorn. Often you locate your key catches just inside of the counterer, the wing player, thereby gaining some advantage on the following play. But if you're looking for the hits, you often throw in and around where the balls are. But if you throw away from the ball, obviously the chances of a block occurring and your throw being nullified are less likely.
Well, coming into the second half here, definitely, I feel that both sides will have some changes of pacing.
Yeah, they've both got things to work on, I believe. Neither team's probably happy with being completely level. They'd rather take a lead into half time. But on balance, do you think Singapore are probably more happy with a drawing position than Australia?
I'm pretty sure they're pretty happy about that, going up against such a strong squad. And just looking at them in terms of size, of course, in dodgeball, there's a lot of advantage when it comes to sizes. When you're small in terms of size, you can actually perhaps have a lot of more room to work around with, and of course, more bursts of speed as well.
Yeah, certainly you see that from the Singapore players, very, very nimble around court. They use it to their advantage, certainly with the running counters, and then just despite that, they still manage to get off very accurate, well-timed throws. In contrast, the Australian team very, very big on power throwers. There's a lot of speed in their throws, and it gives them a few different tactical options. They can use the single ball more aggressively, go for the hit with the single ball, and that then allows them to hold on to two. And launch sort of a tactical counter-attack on the following play. So it's definitely an advantage to have a big arm. Often I say that across the team it's good to have a blend of different types of players. You can use each player's key strengths in the right areas. And going into half-time on the other court between Malaysia and Japan, there's been a lot of cheering from the Malaysian crowd as Japan take a convincing 5-1 lead into half-time. Do you see there's a way back for the Japanese team?
Well, coming as a newcomer here at Asia Pacific Championship, I think they've definitely impressed. And I believe perhaps if they want to fare against Team Malaysia, they have to pick a few pointers from them, as they are always onto the aggression, and perhaps try to go for some good catching. That probably might just be it.
I think the core skills of the Japanese team are fantastic. Maybe where they're slightly lacking is with a familiarization with this specific rule set. Of course, they do. Back in Japan, they play a one-ball game, which is entirely different in terms of its format. But it's essentially still dodgeball, merely played with a single ball. Still the same core skills. So that explains why they're so good at catching, so good at the quick release, and in terms of throwing power. So I think they need to just back their own ability and really take the fight to Malaysia as we enter the second half. 4 games down. Ideally, they'd win 2 or 3 out of the first few games, close that gap up, and then who knows what could happen towards the end of the match.
Definitely, and we're going to jump right back into Court B here. Singapore versus Australia.
Yeah, tied at 3-3. So it's like the first half never happened. And here they go with Mark Bernaldez with that typically quick starting rush, winning the third ball and opting to use it on a quick running counter. And McGilvray taking the first blood in the second half.
Fast work there with the high jump, dodging Captain Thomason's ball. Oh, catches onto Desmond. Right now it's going to be a 5-on-5.
So good pressure on the line from Mark Bernaldez. I like to think the experience he's got in the game, lots of different... oh, and the ball's gone aerial.
Oh, that's a beautiful catch coming in from Mark Bernaldez.
What a fantastic play, ensuring the player that's out returns to court, and 2 Australian players were eliminated through that. Balls were also released at the same time. It's a great adaptation from Singapore, putting them in a really strong position for this first game of the second half.
What a way to start off the second half there, as Henrik here tries to go for a close combat. He knows that he's ready. Oh, a little bit of slip up there.
And Tio comes with the hit to put them in a really strong position in this game.
Only Henrik left on the court. What is he going to do against all of these agile players? But yes, he does get a kill off. Fazrik, another kill, and that will be 2-1. Will he manage to kill off all this Singaporean squad here? We're about to find out, as he does have 4 more balls on court. He has to make another throw. Going for the one with the ball.
He's close to the 5-second count there. And Edwin Teo looking for the counter.
Oh! Could have gone in for the catch.
Well, he's caught in 2 minds, I think. Caught up court. I think he wanted to pick up a ball, but then found himself looking to catch the ball and was nearly successful. So Singapore take a 4-3 advantage, but there's still plenty to play for in this game.
Absolutely phenomenal. And of course, alongside me here, we have Faris Daniel. What do you think of the previous round so far? It's been pretty explosive.
Explosive indeed, guys. I'm also biting my nails, and it's been nerve-wracking besides the Australian against Singapore's team. Because right here, what I'm seeing is the Malaysian against Japan. Japan is showing no signs of retreating. They're just giving Malaysians a very difficult time, even though Malaysia is now leading by 5. But they're picking up the game very, very well. So it's 3 against 3 right now. Very, very difficult tight games on both sides, I would say. Back to you, Aaron.
Yes, it's now 3 against 3 on this court as well. We've just had a few really fascinating passages of play. Lots of running counters, one after another, taking place. And both teams are willing to take the fight to the opponents. It's just settled down a little bit now. Singapore with the 3 balls coming up to release. Will they release 1? Yeah, so it looks like when both teams are willing to slow the play down, they'll just use the 1 ball out of the 3.
3 balls going in. Probably looking for Captain Thomason. Thomason replies back onto Fazrik.
So it's interesting that the play ball count hasn't been called yet in this game. So that on Thomason just misjudging the block, getting caught on the leg, giving Singapore the 1-player advantage. Yeah, so the play ball rule is there in case the team is really stalling. Oh, a fantastic shot from Hartshorn, eliminating the Singapore player 46 Fazrik.
2-on-2 once again. Still anyone's game here.
I think my money is on Australia to turn this around and get the win here. We've seen some great throws, 22 McGilvray. Strong standing counter, and obviously the excellent catch from Mitch Hartshorn.
But I think there's a solid improvement coming in for Team Singapore, so they might just take this one off if they can coordinate a good attack onto both Hartshorn as well as McGilvray.
Well, you've got to think Singapore with a 1-game advantage. They might be keen just to try and take the draw. And a catch from Hartshorn. You cannot throw there on his body.
Now he's in a really tight position once again.
With Elliot Dawson taking to the field.
Only Alwyn here left, going against 3 of the side of the Dodgeroos.
So maybe 2 minds about whether to go for the quick running counter, opt for a single ball release.
I think it's a good decision here for Alwyn to slowly take off the time from the clock. And there you have it. Speaking of the clock, they managed to win over from the side of Team Australia.
Yeah, so that ties it up at 4 games each. And it's a very tight game. How are we getting on the other court? So Malaysia have extended their lead to 6-1 over Japan. So it looks like the comeback from Japan's not likely to be on. And as I look at that game, Malaysia still have 5 players in against Japan's 3. So it looks like Malaysia are fairly confident they're going to be making the final and thus qualifying for the World Cup.
Oh.
And I think single ball hit from Watson on Edmund Teo.
Mallory on the attack, going for Watson.
So again, it looked like the play slowed right down there, and play ball was not called. A very interesting enforcement from the referees. So effectively, as soon as as soon as a referee determines a team is not looking to make attacking plays, they can call play ball, and that then forces the team to release all but one ball. So where we see the 3-ball attack coming up and 1 ball being released, if play ball has been called, 2 must be released, as we just saw from Singapore.
I believe it's been a pretty fast-paced game here, so...
Yeah, I think neither team's looking to sit back and slow the game down, so the referees are happy to let it progress naturally with more of the single-ball counters taking place.
Definitely, and Aussies here with the number advantage. They have to probably stall this one out if they want to take another point. I believe they can suppress the attack from the side of Singapore if they choose to go for that option to slow this game down.
Yeah, certainly when the numbers are as level as they are, they don't want to be giving away a catch. They'd like to see this just stay as it is and use up the time and take a one game lead into the following.
Fast break there. Being caught out there. Oh.
That's great play from Ryan Watson. Take the hits. We've seen it do a few times before. Andrew Thomason just using that ball. The referee must deem that the ball is thrown with a valid attempt. And especially when a team is looking to run down the clock, perhaps they won't throw quite as aggressively as they might otherwise do. And a good throw from number 23, Elliot Dawson, to eliminate the Singapore player, and Australia take the lead.
Perhaps this will probably give them a little bit more morale coming in for the next match here, the 10th match.
So 1 minute timeout's been called, and I think that's sensible from Singapore. They've been right in touching distance of the Australian team the whole way. It's been neck and neck, but there's just feels like it's unravelling a little bit. Australia getting well into their stride, focusing on their catching and strong throwing game. Really, how important do you think it is that Singapore win this next game after the timeout?
Definitely, it will cause a huge upset here, as Australia has always been expected to head over to the World Cup. And of course, there's still another third-placing match to be played if either side goes onto the losing side, losing end, I would say. But of course, they'll of course prefer to head over to the finals, which gives them a guaranteed spot.
Yeah, of course. Teams effectively get 2 bites of the cherry here, with the top 3 teams in this competition qualifying for the World Cup in Madison Square Garden next year. So from the Singapore point of view, yes, they would absolutely love to win this game, but it may be that were they not to progress and the scores to stay as they are, the 3rd, 4th game will be just as much high pressure, as it looks like they would line up against Japan as the runner-ups in the semi-finals face-off.
Just look at the shoes coming in for Team Australia. I really like all the colors coming in.
Yeah, there's a few jazzy pairs there. Some pink, some... personally, I like the red and gold ones of Ryan Watson. Shows some intent that Australia are probably going to be going for gold if they can keep this lead in this match.
Oh, beautiful catch there. Right down low. Probably didn't expect that coming in from Australia.
And on the live stream, we've got some comments. Dennis Dawson has stated he's watching from France, so the time difference that works out as 5:30 in the morning. So good parenting there, I would assume. Fantastic dedication, watching Elliot representing his country over here in Kuala Lumpur.
5:30 in the morning, could have probably prepared some good breakfast over there as well.
Yeah, a few croissants, French breads. I'm sure they're making the most of it. And we've also got some support for the Singaporean players. Nurul Sirifika cheering on Fazrik, his favourite player.
Fazrik early on, flying high up in the air, but a very accurate shot coming in from the Aussies. Takes him off Right now, only Mark Morales left on the court, as I say. Ho, ho, ho. This is going to be pretty interesting to watch, as Mark Morales is one with a really good dodging skill. He is still alive.
What an aerial acrobatic feat there from Mark Ronaldo, dodging 2 balls simultaneously, contorting his body into all sorts of shapes. And he's really looking to try and up the pace of this game and try and make something happen. But the hit coming from number 23, Elliot Dawson. And I can confirm that Dennis is Elliot's father, so yeah, I hope there's a proud father there on holiday in France.
Right now, Australia has, for the first time, extended the lead against Singapore with the gap of 6-4.
This is the biggest the gap has been in this game. A two-point lead for Australia. Will they change their tactics now to sort of slow the game down?
McGilvray being caught out.
And a 4-ball attack now from Singapore. Can they capitalise on this and close the gap in terms of points? Strong shots on Romig and Watson, both eliminated. So it's now 5 players against 3. So it looked like, was that Dawson making a standing counter? Just to get one hit out of that play, and then a clip on the back of Mark Ronaldes as he chooses to slide across the floor.
4 versus 3. I believe Team Australia probably can still stall this one out. Probably take one off and manage a draw, perhaps.
Strong block from the captain, number 10, Alwyn. Just to keep himself in the game, jumping over the ball. And now a 3-ball attack. What sort of call will take place, and how will they face into this play?
Interesting decision there. Oh, Fazrick there drops the ball. Oh, takes one off, and I think that's an eye for an eye. Oh, looks like referee says that Thomason is still well alive.
Thomason is still on. It did look like he stood very close to the back line there. Certainly his foot was over the line, if not on the line. But it's not been given, and Australia take a two-player to 1 advantage.
On for the counter attack, he's still alive. Very close combat. Oh, making sure that the captain secures a kill. And right now,
and huge show of passion from the captain Andrew Thomason, as Australia lead into a commanding 3 points lead.
Thomason.
So you've got to feel like extending such a lead at this point in the game puts Australia right in the driving seat. They can afford just to run the clock down now. Singapore have to really mix something up to get back in the game.
Definitely, it will probably take a miracle for them to come back to this one. But first, they should not be demoralized with the scores. Oh!
And McGilvray,
strong shot onto the head.
Against Mark Ronaldes. And that's the sort of play that we're going to see more often. Singapore having to go for the aggressive throws. Oh, and fantastic reaction from McGilvray to take the hit prior to number 46, Fazrick, making a catch, therefore making the catch not valid. Fantastic tactical play, effectively saving 3 players. And a catch from McGilvray. What a performance this time.
Oh, another kill!
Oh, nearly completing a succession of fantastic plays.
Vital performance there from McGilvray, taking off 3 players from Singapore. Only now down to 2.
And I think the remaining Australian players, after those fireworks from McGilvray, they should just look to take their time. A sensible block from McGuinness. Earlier, Ryan Watson just ducked out of the way. Probably a catchable ball. There's no point risking these plays. They want this game to last 3 minutes. They're up in it. And a good hit from Henrik. Great team communication. The eye contact there across to the captain. He knows he's done a good job.
Now only Mallory left onto the side of Singapore. This is going to be a very hard battle for him.
It's a 2-ball play there against McGuinness. He takes it steady and blocks himself to save himself. And a strong throw from Watson, extending the lead to 4 games, and it feels like Australia may well have just won that, and the time has elapsed. So Australia absolutely ecstatic to have confirmed their qualification to New York City World Cup in 2018. Congratulations to that. And over on Court C, Japan are actually leading in this game against Malaysia, but in terms of the total score, Malaysia are 10-1 up. So it's looking like we're going to have another Australia-Malaysia final, in addition to the mixed and women's divisions, which will also be Malaysia versus Australia. Japan just taking 1 game back against Malaysia, but still 8-game deficit there. So that men's semi-final, Australia dominant, just towards the end of the game, just extending their lead and showing why they deserve to make it to the final.
Yes, definitely. And of course, with the second half there, we have so much explosive plays coming in. Just fantastic dodges as well as catches coming in for both teams. As well, I could bring up that Mark Bernaldez has been performing really well for Team Singapore. So they still have another game to play for the third placing match. So they can't keep their morale demoralized there. So
yeah, no, absolutely. There's a lot of positives there from Singapore. They're coming up against a very strong Australian side, and they retained they were neck and neck right until the last third of the game. Certainly Mark Bernaldez, certain players catch your eye when they're on court. He's very active and he's put everything on the line for his team. The captain, Alwyn, very good leadership. They made the right tactical plays, I feel. Only taking more risks towards the end of the game when they started to trail.
I think this is one of the best performances I've seen from Team Singapore so far. And of course, Team Australia just solidified towards the last 5 minutes of the game, setting them apart from the Singaporean side.
Yeah, I think going into the third, fourth playoff, which we can confirm in the men's division will be between Japan and Singapore. I think that's going to be a fantastic game to watch. Maybe a more composed game from the Singaporean team, very tactically aware. We saw in that semi-final sort of the right decisions being made at the right times. Japan more about the raw ability. They're a bit newer to this format, so I think that'll be a fantastic game to watch.
Definitely, and I'm looking forward to that. So what do we have next on the table here for our fans here worldwide as well as on the stadiums?
To all the teams advancing to the final match, which will begin at 2. But before that, we also have the
Looks like for the mixed team, we have the third placing match coming in. It's going to be Singapore versus Team Hong Kong.
Yeah, so we're going to have all of the semi-finals taking place at the same time, I believe.
Just for you outside, right at the entrance.
No, so on 2 courts, on courts 1 and 2, we're going to have both the mixed and women's bronze medal matches taking place, I believe. We'll get back to you when we've confirmed what the schedule is going to be.
For now, this is Aaron Chan alongside with Alex Howson on the commentaries desk. We'll be taking a short break. Please stay tuned for the third placing match as well as, of course, the finals coming in.
Yeah, some really exciting matchups. We'll try and get some graphics up on the screen just to confirm to those watching at home what the games are, what the schedule of the games is going to be. But it can confirm that the finals of all three divisions will be Australia versus Malaysia, and then in the mixed division we will have Hong Kong facing off against Singapore. That's the same as in the women's division, with Hong Kong facing off against Singapore. And then in the men's division, it will be Singapore versus Japan taking place in the third place match. So we'll be back with you in a few minutes, probably around 12 o'clock, the Kuala Lumpur time. We'll be playing those third place matches. So, or it may well be 1 p.m. in the local time. So thanks a lot for tuning in. I've been Alex Harrison and my colleague
Aaron Chan signing off.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for watching.